So today's lesson I'd like to talk about the right hand arpeggiation of a chord, the finger picking arpeggiation chord. I'm using my nylon string classical because that's typically what this guitar is used for. However, you can use the technique on electric and steel string guitars as well. So let's start with what I'm going to do. As you can see my right hand here, I'm going to start with my thumb on the bass string, on the low E string, and I'm going to use that as my anchor. And now the top three strings, remember top refers to pitch, not physical space. It's really the bottom as far as physical space goes, but in guitar land we talk about the top. I'm going to put my first finger on the third string, I'm going to put my second finger on the second string, and the third finger on the first string. So as you can see, I have my hand in place. So now, some of the keys to look out for is, as always, we want as little hand movement as possible when playing the guitar. So when I do it, so if I just go through a run, you see just my fingers are moving. And the ones that aren't playing are relaxed. So there's no need for them to move if they're not going to play. But I do prepare. I always, when I start the thumb, once the thumb strikes, all three of the top fingers are placed under the top three strings. So. And as you can see, I'm alternating between rest stroke on the thumb and free stroke. Now, clearly you can tell that the rest stroke is going to get you more power. So depending on what style of music you're playing or what piece you're playing, you want to probably master both techniques. So anyway, so I'm just going in ascending order right now from the low string. I'm going thumb, index, middle, and then ring finger. They're labeled P, I, M, and A, by the way, in the classical world. And so I can just do ascending, or I can do a pyramid pattern. Which is P, I, M, A, M, I, and then etc. P, I, M, A, M, I. Or I can do a reverse pattern, which is P, A, M, I. P, A, M, I. For speed on this, I do the same thing as the right hand pick. If you saw the other video, I start slowly. I just go. So if we just do ascending right now, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and then I go to 16 notes once I'm feeling comfortable. 1 and. And then if I always alternate back and forth between the two if I'm having trouble. So maybe I'll alternate back and forth between quarters and eighths. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and likewise with eighths and sixteenths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And then, once you're feeling comfortable with this hand moving, you can apply this to a piece like Concerto de Aranjuez by Joaquin Rodrigo. I'm going to fret the chord with my left hand, and all the speed's going to come from my right hand. My left hand's going to just barely do anything, it's just going to fret the chord. So it sounds like this. And as you can see, by just getting an effective right hand, you can make the guitar sound a lot. You sound like you're playing very, very fast. And once again, I always preach that it's coordination is what makes speed. It's not actual speed of the fingers.